Hello, Coker friends. This is Evan Hyde from Coking.com. I've been receiving a bunch of questions about the upcoming Coke handling special event that's going to be happening at the REFCOMM show. So I want to do a little introduction. So here we go. Have you ever wondered if we're alone in Coke handling world? But I'm here to tell you that we are not alone. Coke handlers, we're going to be uniting at the upcoming REFCOMM event where we're going to be doing a special breakout session dedicated to this often underserved section of our plants. As we all know, the coke handling groups are often a separate entity to the delayed coker inside battery limits folks. And so we want to do a special outreach to those folks, bring them into the fold and address some of their core questions and concerns. So have you ever wondered what is a good mean time between failure for my conveyor system gearbox? What about the coke crusher? What about the semi-gantry crane bogey wheels? I just love saying bogey wheels. How do I keep my rail car tracks clean and prevent derailment? What is the optimum Petcoke moisture to prevent dust emissions, yet at the same time allow the coke to convey efficiently and without making a big mess? What is the best practice for handling coke from the pit pad all the way through loadout facilities? There's so many different ways out there. What technology has been successfully used to reduce the cleanup around our coke handling facilities? As we all know, cleaning up the messes that can be created by all this equipment is a unending task. And some sites that we've been to are better at it than others. And there are ways to sort of make this system run more efficiently to minimize the cleanup that's required. And then finally, what are the preventative actions that are effective at implementing and improving the availability of many of these single point of failure equipment that we see in the Coke loadout systems? So these are just some of the questions that I came up with off the top of my head that we're going to try to address in these breakout sessions. And it's really going to be driven by our ability to talk with your colleagues. Sometimes we have great ideas at Coking.com, but other times we look to the industry to learn what other people are doing from best practices. So we're going to be bringing everybody together, having a breakout session, discussing these things, which are often not discussed in venues like REFCOMM and coking related forums. So if you've ever wanted to know more about different pet coke handling schemes, from cranes, front end loaders, to totally enclosed slurry systems, yeah, there are ways in the world to do coke movement that's fully contained all at once. We're also going to talk about the differences between different conveyor systems, whether that's trough or pipe or tube conveyors. All the things that are sort of in the coke handling scope, which includes hoppers, crusher, feeder breakers, that magnetic protection that's so important to keep our equipment reliable, but then also protect our downstream consumers' equipment. What about coke fines? Oh my God, how many times have we talked about coke fines? Coke fines are the bane of all of our existence. And if you want to know more about things that people are doing to make that slightly less annoying, join us at this session. Hopefully, we'll get into sampling systems. There are lots of best practices about how to do it manually. It's difficult, but there are ways that can be done effectively and efficiently. We're also going to be talking about automated systems. What about how to measure the mass out of the unit? The delay coker is interesting because it's, one of the only refinery units where 30% of the mass is basically unaccounted for until it finally leaves the site. And even in some places, it's basically not even accounted for in some sort of true custody of transfer sort of way. What about measuring the moisture? I mean, we know it messes up our conveyor belts, but it also messes with our finances because there are sometimes penalties for having coke that's too wet or too dry. There's a lot of ways to store coke, whether it's lay down yards, barns, silos. All those things are going to be hopefully discussed in these sessions. Going to dig in a little bit about stacker reclaimers, and then finally, what are the ways we move this stuff off site, be that rail, truck, or ships. So, in conclusion, coke handlers, we're not alone. Here at Koki.com, we're here to help. We're trying to bring this special forum to our audience and unite all you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you all in Galveston to, start the conversation and all learn from each other because that's what we're here to do. So thanks for watching our video, and check back at the Coking.com YouTube channel for all things delayed coking. Talk to you soon.